Here's our leader at the par 5 16. Pretty straightforward chip. That's well struck. Oh, Mark McCumber chips in for birdie and extends his lead to 2 shots. Mark McCumber's in the heavy rough at the par 3 17. That one's got a chance. Oh, he's done it again. Back-to-back chip-in birdies. And Mark McCumber has a 3-shot lead.
Hi, I'm Mark McCumber. Those 2 pitch-ins bring back fond memories. It's not often that happens late in the round on Sunday to win a PGA Tour event that led to one of my 10 victories. But what you may not remember is something I've been trying to forget for years. It's the chip shot I hit right before the 2 pitch-ins. It's the 15th hole of the last round. I'm 1 shot ahead and I've got this little chip. Seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? But the pressure of the moment caused me to break down, had bad impact position. Look what happens.
Ah, ugly. Ugly.
Well, now you know why I want to forget that pitch on 15. And that shot came right before the 2 pitch-ins that led to my win. But why was that shot so different? It was improper impact position. One of the prominent golf announcers today calls it scooping, and that's exactly what I did. I let the hands stay behind the club head. The club head led, which caused improper contact of the golf ball. But I'm really excited about something that I've come across. It's a system that teaches you to contact the ball in the proper position every time you play. It's a system that guarantees to make you a better golfer because of teaching you consistency at the impact position. When we come back, stay with us. I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine, the man that came up with this system.
Are you tired of doing this? How about this? Every golfer knows what the right swing looks like, but do you know what the right swing feels like? Well, you're about to find out. Introducing the Impact Master Wedge System. The Impact Master teaches you the most important aspect of the golf swing, the proper club face position at the moment of impact. Simply attach the extension to the Impact Master Tour Wedge and get ready to see lower scores. The Impact Master gives you immediate feedback on every swing. Club head passes your hands, get a thump. Fail to clear your hips, get a thump. No extension in your follow-through, get a thump. But deliver the correct swing, and the Impact Master clears your body, and you'll know what perfect impact is supposed to feel like. But that's just the beginning. The Impact Master is unlike any other training device you've ever seen. Practice with your Impact Master on the range, and then put it in your bag and take it to the first hole. Try that with any other swing training aid. Just call the number on the screen or visit ImpactMaster.com and get the Impact Master Wedge and extension. Also, get a special instructional DVD that not only teaches you how to maximize your practice sessions using the Impact Master, but also includes a series of drills guaranteed to help you develop a consistent and powerful swing. And when you order, you'll be registered as an ImpactMaster.com member. You get all of this for just 3 easy payments of $49.99. That's right, you get a training aid and a tour quality wedge, an instructional DVD, and exclusive membership at ImpactMaster.com for what you would expect to pay for just the wedge alone. And when you order, be sure to ask your operator about the Plane Master. The Plane Master is a visual training aid that guarantees to keep your club face square throughout the swing. Without ever changing your body position, the Plane Master will take you from backswing to impact to follow through with a perfectly square club face. The Impact Master, impacting your game. Order today.
What all great golfers know is the most important thing about the golf swing is the position at impact. All you've got to do is look at the great players of today, different shapes and sizes, swings from the outside in, inside out, short, long. But the one thing they have in common is consistent position, proper position at the impact of the golf shot. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine, a guy who's worked very hard to develop a product, Impact Master, that helps everybody, including tour players and beginners, get better at playing golf. This is John Darling. He's been a PGA professional for over 30 years and the developer of Impact Master. And I think a lot of that came, John, from your passion for teaching, which has been your highlight of your career for over 30 years.
Well, you know, in 30 years, I've found that golfers come to us all the time asking questions. A simple question is, John, how can I become more consistent with my golf game? And I think I could probably sum it down into another word, kind of frustration. How am I going to show them this proper impact position where they can duplicate it? You know, you're very fortunate when you play golf, you see the good players. And
well, Wednesdays I don't.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Those are the players that I'm dealing with, and they want to hit the golf ball like you.
And they are inconsistent as a rule.
Absolutely. And one of the reasons that they are is they cannot return this club head back to the ball square time after time. But if you can hit it with a controlled club face, you're going to hit that ball straight every time on the distance. You create a pattern. And if you can create that pattern, you can play golf.
And that's where the Impact Master serves such a purpose for both beginners and people like myself on the PGA Tour.
Absolutely. You can see even some of the greatest players in the world, when they maybe lose focus just a little bit, they'll flip a little bit.
I've done it.
Absolutely. The ball will go high right, and everybody say, well, what happened? And if you saw it on TV, it happens so quickly. But if you have it at a high-speed camera, you can see even the greatest, at the stress of the situation, they'll flip it.
So that's why having a system that you can practice the proper way ingrains those proper methods by which to hit the ball consistently.
Right. It's just a very simple system that if people will stick with, they will learn through the Impact Master system to hit the ball squarely time after time after time and develop a game that they can lower their scores.
I've been playing the game for 25 years, and the Impact Master has had more impact, you might say, on my game than anything I've ever done. Any lessons I've taken, any other devices I've tried. Some of the training aids out there are easy to use but don't give you much feedback. Some are difficult to use and offer a lot of frustration. This one was very straightforward and offered immediate feedback, so the Impact Master had a tremendous impact.
Good players, and especially high handicappers, do get very, very handsy. I think it's just kind of easy to get that way. When you work with the Impact Master, though, you immediately realize how much you have to take the hands out of it, and you realize that the power and your acceleration comes more from your lower body, and that's, again, what's going to make you more consistent.
Well, the Impact Master has been revolutionary in helping my golf game. It's improved my extension through the ball, kept the club face much more on target, much more on plane, much more on line, and allowed me to extend through the ball, which I believe has generated an additional amount of clubhead speed. And I would say I've improved in the last 6 months as much as 40 yards off the tee.
Well, the first time I ever used the Impact Master, the thing that struck me about it right away, as a teacher, I finally had something that was going to be a simple, practical way to show them what impact should feel like.
And with the Impact Master, after a few shots, I was like hitting it sideways, and once it got me back to a feel that I'd lost, you know, for probably 5 years. So within, you know, probably an hour of using it, I felt like I was really back to where I was, and it's just amazing what it's done to my, not only my wedge game, but I've gotten my power back.
You know, John, we're talking a lot about proper impact position is the key to being a good golfer and consistent, and that's why you developed the Impact Master. Now, what is the big difference? So I know it feels good. I know what it feels like to hit the ball the same all the time, or mostly the same, but what really happens to the average player or the good player who mishits, for example, a little bit off center? What happens?
Well, studies show that if you miss a sweet spot by 1/4 of an inch in any direction, you're going to lose 10%. Now think of it, 10% of the distance you're going to hit the golf shot.
So even on like a 40-yard pitch, let's say, you're saying that if you miss it by that much, that shot will be 4 yards or 12 feet off your target line.
Absolutely. Can't control the distance you're going to hit that small shot. It's going to be kind of hard to score, isn't it?
Right. What happens if you miss it further?
Well, a 1/2 inch, you lose 20%, and that's a lot. In particular, if you just have a shot of 150 yards, think of what 20% is.
So you're saying when you're working with people who are learning the game and they're hitting it all over the club, there's no way they're going to be consistent.
They can't. They ask me to be consistent, and they can't be until they can learn to find the sweet spot. I did an interesting study with some of my students, handicaps ranging from, 5 to about 26, 50, 60 students. And I found that they missed the sweet spot by 3/4 of an inch.
Wow. So that's why they need the Impact Master teaching system to get better, to get more consistent.
Because they can learn now to find the sweet spot, because it doesn't matter if you've got that little outside-in swing, a little inside-out swing, you hit it in the same spot every time, you're going to produce the same results.
The Impact